I am Nick Shell, the living legend of hair loss. I'm starting this video wearing my prescription glasses to prove a point. People ask, why the shades, man? This is why. Because look, people said that I'm like, wow, you're looking into my soul. No, that right there, that's the selfie cam that I'm looking into, the selfie screen. So while this is normally how I look in real life, and maybe it would be okay if I was, shooting these videos like a normal person should in the rule of thirds, I'm Nick Shell. I don't play by the rules. I make the rules, man. So with that being said, I want to be in your face. I want to break through. I want to be basically in your face. That's very important to my approach. It's very 3D as compared to actually obeying the rules of thirds. With that being said, this is distracting, okay? And when I'm looking at this little screen that's the size of that for 2 hours as I shoot just video after video, eventually I kind of like get like that, kind of cross-eyed. But if I've got the shades, man, then it relaxes my eyes and I can shoot for 2 videos at 2 hours at a time, just shooting video after video. Because I run 2 different channels, Family Friendly Daddy Blog being the other one. But let's get to business. So check this out. I mean, we're talking in a matter of about 24 hours. I'll get comments that completely contradict each other. Here's an example. On the video called Downplaying Receding Hairline, How I Style My Hair and Use a Blow Dryer and Gel, which by the way is me hanging out in the bathroom for 12 minutes while I fix my hair. That's all the video is, but it's very popular. And to that, and I don't know how to pronounce his name, it looks like it might be Spanish. Wow Marcel. Let's go with that. This is his comment. Quote, "You have a full head of hair. You are just making fun of people who are losing their hair, but I find your videos very funny though." And then we have 6 cheeky smiles like, hee 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 hee. All right, so we had that comment, okay? And within about 24 hours, as I'm going through I have an app on my phone that tells me like in real time as comments are coming in. So basically I know when it's time to stand in front of a camera for 2 hours and just read them and make 13-minute videos after them. So here's this one guy saying, I have a full head of hair. I'm just making fun of people who have hair and just wasting their time with these videos. That's basically kind of what's being implied. And I'd already addressed that in a different video to explain the reality of what's really going on here. But I do not believe in making fun of people who watch my videos who are here for psychological help of their hair loss. So this is interesting. So this just came in today and quite recently. So this is someone saying basically the opposite of saying that I have a full head of hair and I'm making fun of you. So here we go. Another video called "You Don't Actually Have to Be Losing Your Hair to Be Part of the Hair Loss Community," which I'm going to be reminding everybody that a lot these days. I'd say at least a quarter of my viewers have 0 hair loss, but they're always going to be part of the hair loss community because they're always fearing, when will I lose my hair? What happens if I do? How can I prevent it? No matter how much hair they have, no matter what age they are, they're always going to worry about that. Something that may never happen, but by default, that makes them part of the hair loss community. Just from that. So that was that video, all right? So I received a comment on that from Tony Dada, if I'm pronouncing that right. I get comments from people and I don't know how to pronounce their names, but I'm glad. I like the diversity. All right, so here's his quote. "You're part of the hair loss community. It is pretty obvious that your hair is thin and you are trying to cover it." End quote. So there we go. Within 24 hours, one person says, you have a full head of hair. You're just making fun of people by making these videos because you clearly, obviously have no hair. You're not losing hair. You're not balding. This is a whole ironic thing. You're basically just trolling everybody who's losing their hair. Within 24 hours, someone says, nope, actually, you definitely are part of the hair loss community. It's obvious that your hair is thin and you're trying to cover it. So that's interesting. These are 2, and I get comments like this all the time with people who can't agree with each other about this random guy on the internet. I mean, I think maybe there's truth in both of those comments. I think to most people, they're going to see me as a guy with a full head of hair. So let me do the turnaround because that's important, I guess. All right, so 38-year-old guy. I'd say pretty typical hair for a 38-year-old guy. Not a perfect head of hair. Definitely not as dense as it used to be. Keeping a vague hairstyle. But see, that's where it's confusing. Am I trying to cover up the thinning? Ultimately, it is thinner, and my hair, I don't know, it's about 2.5 inches long. It's not so long that I'm covering a bald spot or anything. It is true that if it was cut short, like say 1/2 inch, it wouldn't be as flattering. It would be more obvious what's going on. But to say that I'm hiding anything, it's basically just to say, hey, I've got the most typical average haircut a 38-year-old guy could possibly have, and this is just how it looks because of my hairline and because of my diffuse thinning that I've got. So here's the thing. Am I the judge of this conversation? No. I am nothing more than a host. Is all I really am. I'm the neutral host. I gave my opinion on those 2 comments, but my opinion doesn't actually matter. Yours does. I mean, hey, by the way, in real time, and I'm grateful for this, I'm gonna give you like is it Korean or Japanese bow? You have to go like down, like, this is like almost like an insult bow. That's like, they don't mean anything, but when you go down all the way, there you go. So here's the thing. You have a responsibility. You have to vote. And here's how we're gonna vote. If you agree with the first comment, basically saying, I'm not losing my hair, that it's somewhat ironic for me to run a hair loss channel when I'm perceived as a guy with a full head of hair. If you agree that I have hair, that I'm not losing my hair, if you're on that side of the fence, you're saying, Nick, okay, sure, I can see your hairline goes back and all that, but Nick, you're not balding. So yeah, it is kind of weird that you're doing a hair loss channel, because you're not really who I would expect to be running a channel like this. A guy like you shouldn't have 7,500 subscribers for a channel about hair loss. So if you're saying, yes, Nick, you do have hair, you're not really losing your hair, then just give this video a thumbs up. However, if you recognize that I am losing my hair, give it a thumbs down. I think that's a pretty simple way to do the voting system. If you think I have a full head of hair, or at least I'm perceived that way, thumbs up. If you think it's not ironic at all that I'm running a hair loss channel, because to you it's just so noticeable that I'm balding, if that's your perception, I want you to give this a thumbs down. See, this is fun because the free market, man, the free market decides whether or not I'm perceived by my audience to be a man who is balding. And I mean, most of the videos, this is what the version of me you're gonna see, but to really help sway you, yeah, lift up the hood, you know. But even then, if I were to, like, you know what I should do? You know what I should do? In real time, I should like push my hair back and just really try to show you the whole picture. How about that? All right, so check this out. This is literally what I use every day. This cost me about $2. LA Looks. It's like the cheapest stuff you could have. What's funny is you would think that like men's hair product companies would think, hey, this guy's got 7,500 subscribers and he's mainly talking about hair loss. We should send him for some free stuff. We'd get free publicity because he'd show it in the video. It's not happening, man. I can afford it. It's not a problem. I can afford my $2 gel because for me, I'm enjoying it. It's working fine. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to fix my hair in a way that makes my hairline a little more obvious. So here we go, just some basic gel there. And here we go. So I'm gonna push back the sides like this. I'm gonna push up this. All right, so I'm really just trying to show off my hairline and my perceived hair loss more. I mean, because that one comment from Tony Dada, he said that I am hiding, that I'm covering it up. Okay, well, in this video, it cannot be said that I'm covering it up. I mean, I can't be showing it off any more than I am right now, you know? And sometimes I do wear my hair like this. I just haven't here lately. It's actually a little bit more work to push it back, and there we go. Okay, so If anything, this is my version of like Chris Evans, the actor that plays Captain America, who's like, I don't know, a couple years young. I was born in April of 81. I think he was born in 83. So he's roughly the same age as me. But when you look at his hair, it's thick. You know, his hairline is a little bit more straight across than mine. Okay, so this is me trying to pull off the same haircut as Captain America, Chris Evans. That would be hilarious if he was watching this. He would never watch my video, but that would be hilarious if he did. Okay, so I'm challenging you as the voter and as the viewer to determine. And I'm just continuing to like push it back. There we go. See, and I feel I can totally get away with this hairstyle. I mean, it's the same hairstyle, just prepared different. And granted, I could do it better probably if I tried a little bit harder, but I was not planning to do this in the video. So, okay, let's do a nice side shot. Take a look at the angle of my hairline, see what you think about it. Further assess what Norwood you think I am. You know, I used to think that I was 3, but then actually a viewer, actually. And it's funny because if you type into YouTube, you need that. If you type into YouTube Nick Shell, one of the most popular videos is a video I didn't shoot, but that one of my viewers did, and he basically proved that I'm, if anything, closer to Norwood 2 than I am 3. So, because 3 would be more of a peninsula. Either way, with my hair like this, it exposes my hairline. My hair is thinner up here. My hair is thinner back here. My hair is thinner on top than the sides. And again, it's not perfectly fixed because I didn't mean to even do this in the video. This is supposed to be a shorter video. But man, I've given everyone plenty of perspectives, things to consider. All that's left to do is for you to vote. Thumbs up if you say, Nick, you have a full head of hair. Okay, I can see how your hairline goes back. I can see, I guess, how it's thinner, but Nick, come on, you're not losing your hair. Anyone else would say you've got a full head of hair. That's a thumbs up. Thumbs down is, Nick, it's obviously you're losing your hair. You're clearly trying to cover up something here with your hairstyle. It's obvious. So if that's what you think, thumbs down. Thumbs up if I have a full head of hair and it's not noticeable. Thumbs down if I am clearly losing my hair and I'm trying to cover it up. And then when we look at the likes and dislikes on this video, we'll clearly know what the free market, the audience, decides on this vote. And of course, it only makes the vote that more exciting to leave a comment to further explain why you voted the way you did. I'm really excited about this. I think this is really interesting and interactive because we all belong to the hair loss community. Why? Is it because we're actually losing our hair? No. The moment you show up and you start watching these videos and you start commenting and you watch more than one video and you stick around and you keep coming back, you're part of the community. You're spending your time dedicated to this topic. Even if it never happens to you, you're part of the community as long as you keep coming back to our meetings. Now, you need to vote. Comments are nice, I like that. But ultimately, vote yes. Thumbs up if I have a full head of hair and it's not obvious that I'm balding. Thumbs down if it is more obvious that I'm balding and I'm clearly trying to cover it up. Your voting, your comment, but more importantly, your voting determines my reality.